Yo boys, FaZe Doritos here. Decided to make a video today on my add-ons and Weakauras. I had a couple people in my comments on my stream always being like, yo bro, what are the add-ons, what are the Weakauras that you're using? And I'm like, dude, I got you bro. So here's a video for you guys. Alright, add-ons. Let's get down to the most important stuff. I'm going to show you guys all my PvP add-ons. Big debuffs. This is really cool. It's going to show fear. You know, it's going to show other targets in CC. If I'm in a party, it's going to show, you see how these debuffs are big? It's going to show me all these debuffs in bigger text, bigger pictures. It's going to be amazing, so you could see when your teammates are in CC, so you could try to either dispel it if you're playing imp, or know you have to be defensive because your healer's in CC, etc. Stuff like that, which is really good. Next, health bar color. This is a simple one. It just changes the color of your health bars. So depending on what you're clicking on, it's going to show DK or whatever. It's just mainly, for me, it's just art. It looks cool. That's why I have that. It has no real functionality. Omnibar, let's see. So I test this and it has a cool looking font, but Omnibar is meant for juking kicks. It's meant for all your kicks, all your abilities that are important. It's going to show cloak. It's going to show warrior with shout. It's going to show charge, heroic leap. That's how mine's configured. You should configure yours as well to show important CDs and not to, you know what's the most important thing that I've told a lot of people? Don't crowd your interface with a lot of different icons. All right, don't make it too crowded because then you can't see anything. So you guys got to make sure that the only things that you have on your screen are the most important abilities that classes have. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh yeah, before I go forward, also the font around it, that's Mask You. The way it looks, that's Mask You. So I would get Mask You and get the skin shadow. That's the one that I'm using. Alright, the next one is Quartz. So Quartz, I'm using Details Flat. That's the font that I'm using. That allows my my cast bar to look like this. You kinda can't see because of all this stuff here, because I just tested, but as it's going away you'll be able to see it. So that's the font, and Quartz is just, like, in my opinion, it's a better looking cast bar. I'm used to it. I don't like the way the default one looks like, so I prefer this one. Alright, so the next one is Quartz. I mean, not Quartz. Reflex. Reflex is just a PvP add-on that shows your PvP games, your arenas. Let's say you do rated BGs, it'll show you rated BGs, and it's just like information that tells you, hey, you won this many games today. You know what I mean? You could just use it as like a spreadsheet to be like, okay, this comp works or this comp doesn't. Or, you know, even better, just I would record VODs. I personally like to look at it sometimes. It shows your win-loss, and sometimes you could flex to your homies, you know? You could be like, yo, look, I had this fucking 24 in like 4 Q session, we own, you know what I mean? You could do shit like that. It's really cool. So let's go on to the next one. Trophy GCD. This is a streamer add-on. This is basically just an add-on that shows me my globals. So let's say I'm canceling my mount and then like casting it again. It's going to show that on my screen. It just basically shows my viewers how I press buttons and what buttons I'm pressing in order. That's all it does. Alright, the next one, Mask You. I've talked about this a little bit. These are all the cool textures that you see around a lot of my add-ons. This is what's providing those skins. That's what Mask You is. And then S Arena, I'm using the Zaryu layout. And as you can see, if I press test, this is how it looks. I'm making the cast bars. Originally, when you get the S Arena and you have your S Arena set up, you're going to have your cast bars underneath here. But I've realized after playing a lot of the game that I want my cast bars to be more towards the center and the health bars more towards the right. So I pop the cast bars out so I can see the cast bars more in the center of the screen. It helps me a lot as a player, and yeah, so that's what I do. And I can show you guys how that looks like in S Arena real quick. So you go to cast bars here and then you just move it horizontally, right? And then on the game settings, okay, people are probably wanting their interface to kind of look like mine, right? Let's go to game. I mean edit mode. Okay, so this is how everything that I have set up here looks like, right? So I don't really have add-ons right now for my UI. I'm using default UI for the most part and just moving things into a location that I like. So I moved my debuffs and my buffs atop of my S Arena. That's how that currently looks like. And then I have my party frames right next to my screen. You know, just put like right there so it's easier to look at. And my majority of my damage buttons are here, and then I have more here, and that's basically how I have it. This is details in the corner. Everybody has details, but I'm going to lightly brush on it anyway. My details is in the bottom right corner, so I just look at it occasionally, whatever. It's not a big deal. You don't want to like focus on your details too much when you're queuing arena. Anyways, one more thing, Weakauras. So let's go to my Weakauras real quick. This is another thing. I get questions about this a lot. First, I'm going to go over my Malefic Rapture thing. This is the artwork. I mainly get questions about my artwork on my character. So what is this? This is basically just whenever I press Rapture, it has a cool artwork, right? And this other one, I don't know why it's grouped in Malefic Rapture. It should just be out of there, but whatever. It's there. I can't change it for some reason. But that just shows me that healers are in a CC. I can go ahead and give you guys a Wago link. I can make these and put these in my Discord. So I would check my Discord when this video comes out. I'm going to put everything in the add-ons / Weakauras section, and you guys can download anything at your leisure. So next thing, Havoc. This is a curse, and Destrolox put it on you. When they put it on you, you can tell your healer, hey, I need a dispel. You could be like, okay, he's hitting me with a Havoc, so if I have another ward, you could use another ward, and you can another ward and reflect it, you know. Or if you're playing a warrior or other classes, it's really nice to have. Actually, in my opinion, it's nice to have on any class, because knowing Havoc is on you is a big advantage, because you can play around it. You could be like, okay, he has Havoc on me, let's not stand the open. Alright, so the next thing, grounding. I like grounding, and the reason why it's up in this corner is because I don't like it impeding my like screen too much, so I just have it in the corner somewhere. But this is just going to tell me that my healer has grounding up, or my enemy has grounding up. So it's just another reminder that's going to be like, yo, grounding is on the field, you can free cast, or grounding is on the field and you have to kill before you can free cast. So that's all it's going to tell you there. Dark Harvest, this is an ability that warlocks have. It's underneath your Soul Rot talent. And basically what does it do? It increases your haste and crit, right? And it has stacks depending on how many targets your Soul Rot hits. So I have a Weakaura that's going to show me how many stacks I have, how long the duration is, and that's what Dark Harvest is. Affliction, Inevitable Demise. This is showing me how many stacks my Inevitable Demise has, how long the duration is. It's basically just a reminder to tell me like how long these this buff is active. Next, Malefic Affliction stacks. So this is one where, let me go ahead and UA real quick. So look, the second I start hitting Rapture, look, boom, one Rapture. For some reason it's not giving me a stack, that's weird. You don't have any periodic effects active. That's a weird. Huh? You guys see this shit? It's weird. I'm gonna dot this thing though. No? That is actually really weird. Well, I'm gonna skip through the video real quick so I can show. Okay, there we go. So now I have a stack here. It went away. I can't use it for some reason. But you saw it for a second. That's a stack for my Malefic Affliction, which allows my active UA to deal 13% more damage per stack, right? It's very important to see that. And why is it very important to see that, you might ask? Because, you know, every time you have a UA stack and you get more damage on it, you want to be like, okay, I can utilize this more, or you want to maintain it. You want to try to maintain your UAs as much as possible, and it's just another reminder to be like, yo, you got your 3 stack, you can do a lot of damage now, and you should try to maintain it. It's just a reminder. Like all these other buffs is a reminder. Next, Nullifying Shroud. Don't CC you boosted ape. I love this one. I think it's hilarious. I downloaded it off of Wago instantly when I saw it. This is just going to tell you that when you're versing a dragon at Preservation or Devastation, doesn't matter. When you're versing a dragon and he has this buff up, you need to tell your teammate who has a Dispel to use his Dispel to get it off, or you need to CC it off, or just not even try to CC him at all, because you know you can't CC him for 3 CCs when he has it up. Next, PI is on you. I like this just because it tells me, hey, you got PI. Let's say you're versing somebody with a Dispel. You could try to play around their Dispel, play max range. You know, you can do things like that where they just can't Dispel your PI. It's really cool. This is a Soul Shard bar I just downloaded off of Wago. This is not my stuff. This is just a Soul Shard bar that I downloaded. And basically, this is just showing me how many Soul Shards I have active. I thought it was kind of cool / funny that there's like a Lich King inside this, like depicting your Soul Shard. I thought that was kind of funny, so I kept it. And then Darkness. I've played with DHs before. I don't know about you guys, but I never realized Dark is on the ground. So I got an add-on that shows me, hey, you're in darkness. Don't move. Okay, so that's the purpose of that. And I put it in the center of my screen so I can see it instantly when it's used. Next is Precognition. Precognition, this is really cool because sometimes you need to know when precognition is on you by the very second, right? Sometimes it'll come off of you and you're gonna be like, yo, I'm still casting, then you get kicked because as it just expired, right? You get kicked as it expires. So you gotta be careful with that. So I downloaded an add-on that just shows me, hey, that precognition is on you. And that's all that is. Anyways, boys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you these Weakauras and add-ons. I hope it helps you. I hope that you can configure your UI to look like mine if you like it. If you don't like it, oh well. I'm going to make a macro video soon because people have been asking me about that. And a couple more videos on VOD reviews on some games that I had today. And a couple of days before today. Anyways, boys, have a good one. Peace out.